Well, according to the United Nations, out of the estimated 7 billion world population today, more than 1 billion people are living with disabilities. As people with disabilities seem to be one of the most excluded groups in society, the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, also celebrated as Disability Rights Awareness Day, it's aimed at creating inclusive, non-segregating societies. And today's commemoration is aimed at promoting the rights and well-being of persons with disabilities, continually increasing awareness and support on the subject. Masingita Masunga, the ambassador of Abovenormal, joins us virtually to discuss this conversation. Always so nice seeing you. How are you doing?
I'm great, and how are you, Leanne?
Very good, very good. Better for seeing you. It really is good to see you, and you look like you're keeping well. Has the year been kind to you?
Look, this is what I say to people. Hence, I'm an ambassador of a fitness organization called Abovenormal, which comes from the word abnormal. So I've never been normal. Therefore, when COVID came, I didn't have a problem because I was used to the abnormality of life. So life was adjusting to me. I wasn't adjusting to life.
Yeah. I must say, from what you're saying, I love the use of the word above normal, because there is nothing normal about you. You are beyond dynamic. That's what you are. And it's people like you that inspire so many other people. And I hope you know that before we even go any further, because you are way above normal. Let's have a look at the world that we live in. And I was quite interested to see, when I was introducing the topic, that the world has so many people that are living with one form of disability or another. But it was only in 1992 that the UN actually declared an annual observance of this day. What has changed? I mean, in 29 years of awareness, do you think the world is a better place for a day like this?
Not really. Nothing much has changed for people with disabilities. Actually, in South Africa, disability issues were better between 1999 and 2008. There was more effort on issues of disability, but we have digressed a bit as South African on issues of disability. We are being sidelined. Even when people are commemorating disability days or disability month, it's not from the significance, but from the ticking the box aspect, or from a freak show aspect, to say, see these creatures, how they look and what we are doing for them. We are still not treated as equal citizens or fellow human beings by other people. So I must say, nothing much has changed. We are still fighting the violence, and it's interesting that this day is within 16 days of activism on violence against women and children. But people don't realize that their own violence that they inflict on people with disabilities, the disrespect that we get, it's violence. The stigma and the stereotype, that is violence, because you are stripping someone of their dignity and you are robbing them of their full humanity.
Yeah. I mean, this day, of course, was created to raise awareness about people living with disabilities and to create inclusive societies, and to make people more conscious of what it is like to live with a disability and how difficult it is, because every time I talk to you, I realize how difficult it is, and it's a constant battle to be heard and to be seen, and to have people realize that there is absolutely nothing wrong with a person that has disability. They may sound a bit different, but or walk a bit differently, or have a lot more challenges than anyone else, but they have just as much, if not more, to add to society. I mean, this is a simple understanding, and yet do you think society understands this?
No, I think it comes from, let's take South Africa. We come from a history where people validate their humanity through superiority. So everyone is looking for someone that they can use to validate their own humanity by oppressing or by feeling better than them. Actually, what I did today as part of the commemoration, we've produced a video, Abovenormal video, where we speak about some of the political activists who had disabilities, or those who acquired disabilities because of the struggle. We never talk about the contribution of people with disabilities to the struggle and the liberation of the country. Therefore, we never talk about the contribution of people with disabilities in society. I always say, when I go to the shop to buy, I don't get there and they say, shame, you've got a disability, then they give me the goods. No, they want the full amount. So I pay and contribute equally to other people. But when I'm supposed to benefit, my disability comes into the equation. When we voted last month, we all put an X, and our X was counted with other X's. But when I'm supposed to benefit and be included as a citizen, my disability is used to exclude me. So it looks like this inequality is only when I'm supposed to benefit, but when somebody else is supposed to benefit, they forget that I have a disability. Their benefit is equal.
Yeah. And, you know, one thing that we have to keep in the back of our mind, and I'm sorry to rush you along because we've only got 2 minutes left, but, you know, we know how South Africa is struggling in an economic, well, I mean, we're in a very bad economic state. Unemployment is huge, and as it is, there has always been a battle for people with disabilities when it's come to unemployment. What is the situation like now?
It's still a battle. I mean, government set a target of 2% of employment of people with disabilities within government and private sector, but it's nothing close to that. Even opportunities like business, there are no opportunities. There is so much barriers, so many barriers for people with disabilities to be included in economic activities. Actually, next week I will be having a dialogue with government, business and labor about this issue of inclusive transformation. We talk transformation, but we want transformation from an exclusive angle. We only fight for transformation when it benefits us, but not when it benefits everyone. So that is the issue. There is exclusive transformation, and we need that inclusive transformation.
Final note on your side. I hope, it looks like I've lost you. Oh, did I lose you? Are you still there?
I'm here.
You're still there. Give me a 30-second word. Give me a 30-second closing from you, because I know that South African policies are viewed as very progressive. They recognise and cater for people with disabilities. I mean, we've even got a department dedicated to people with disabilities. But what is your message? I mean, you tell us from living with a disability what your message is very, very quickly.
Exclusion is violence. As soon as you exclude someone based on their disability, you are being violent. You are violating their humanity. It's time to be exclusive, to be inclusive, because difference is not conflict. We are all different in one way or another, and normal is average.
Yeah. And that's hence above normal, and that's what you are. Masingita Masunga, always lovely speaking to you. Thank you so much for keep on speaking about this. Ambassador of Above Normal, sharing some of the everyday life struggles experienced by people with disability as the world, and of course South Africa, observes the Disability Rights Awareness Day.